Hello, my name is Scott Sladecek, and I'd like to share with you my professional experience to date and explain why right now it makes the most sense for me to be a part of the Supply Chain Management Master's Program at MIT. So in 2015, I graduated Texas A&M University with a degree in Supply Chain Management, and I went to go work for Chevron, which is a big oil and gas company in Houston, Texas. For 3.5 years, I was a part of their rotational program. I was a part of the contracts, procurement, category management. And across all those different roles, what I learned is that bringing people together is the position that supply chain is best suited for. And I'll give you an example to kind of highlight that takeaway. In my in my category management rotation, I was part of the offshore drilling rig category. And so we would field in different requests from geographical business units, and we would help them understand where the market's at with different rigs. So we got a request from Southeast Asia that asked us to spec out a certain type of rig for a certain duration, and we would give them that forecast. And I realized we didn't need to go to market for that request. We could field that with internal excess capacity that we had in a different business unit. And so I connected those stakeholders together. I brought in the contracting team to help draft up the internal sublease agreement. And it was such a valuable takeaway. I liked doing that, but I wanted to do that not on a department level, but I wanted to do that on more of a personal level because that's the experience that I really enjoyed. And so I started looking towards consulting, which is a difficult jump to make from industry into consulting and is the professional achievement that I'm most proud of because what that required for me was to lean on my personal network to help get me through those cases and help understand how consultants think through problems, but also on the other hand, aside from my personal network, to really work hard and to read a lot of literature to self educate in order to achieve that goal. So once I got my foot in the door at Deloitte, over the last 5 projects, I've seen a similar motif of bringing people together, and whether it be through pharmaceuticals or entertainment industry or telecommunications, that is a theme that I've seen, and I've enjoyed that work so much. I'll give you an example on bringing people together more on a personal level rather than a department level, which is really the difference between Chevron and Deloitte. So with Andy Myers, who's one of the gentlemen that wrote a letter of recommendation for me, we had this face to face with all these different client stakeholders from all around the world, and we brought them together in Dublin. And to be a part of that team, to make possible all the dialogue, all the takeaways, all of the discovery that we had over the course of those 3 days was invaluable. That was the highlight of my experience so far. And I really, really like doing that. But while it was titled a supply chain project, there's so much more in depth that I wanted to get that I simply couldn't. And that's where I see this program fitting into my career right now, is learning in depth more of the theories and the strategies where supply chain's at nowadays and how can that be applied. I would like to continue to do supply chain consulting after I graduate, but I need the education on more of it at a tangible level. So that's why it makes the most sense for me. But I want to also express the value that I think I can bring to your classroom, and that is being the integrator, being the catalyst for collaboration. What I've seen as I've looked in the mirror at every step of my career is that I really do bring people's guards down and allow them to feel free to share their experiences and their questions to the table. And what I've found that does is it makes a better and more high impact team. And in the classroom, that's one of the best applications you can have. So I really, really appreciate your consideration, and please feel free to reach out with any questions. And thank you for the time.